2014 Shittiest Account on Twitter Tournament Selection Special. Brought to you by Barbasol. We've got free hats that you'll never get. By Gay Hooters. Delightfully tacky, yet gay as hell. And by Depend Men. Preferred diaper of Chuck Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2014 Shittiest Account on Twitter Tournament Selection Show. The road to the Fuckboy 4 starts now. From our Twitter studios, I'm host Greg Gumbel, and with me is analyst, Hall of Fame coach John Thompson. Let's start out in the Fedora region, where number 1 overall seed is Darren Rovell. He'll take on 16 seed Caden Cowger. The 8-9 matchup features Dr. Simon Atkins taking on The Jive. 4 seed is Rob Schneider. He'll take on 13 seeded Adam Baldwin. Number 5 seed is Piss Boy Todd Starnes. He'll take on The Amazing Atheist. 11 seed is Justin Bieber, and he'll take on 6 seed Ministry of Stock, aka Zigbot. 14th seed goes to the Red Scarebot. He'll take on Jenny Johnson, High Five. 10 seed goes to the Michael Rock. And he'll take on the Westboro Baptist Church. 15 seed sneaking in is Justine Tunney, and she'll take on highly favored Todd Kiddencannon. Coach, what do you think of these matchups?
Well, it's a very interesting bracket. I think in the top half of the bracket, you gotta look out for Todd Starnes. Darren Rovell is very strong, but Todd Starnes drinks piss. On the bottom half of the bracket, I gotta go with Todd Kiddencannon. He's been tweeting garbage all week, and he's a amazing racist douche.
Okay, moving on to the Guy Fawkes region. Number 1 seed goes to Chuck C. Johnson. He'll take on Wheel of Fortune host and full-time douche Pat Sajak. 8-9 matchup is a doozy with 20 committee taking on Nero. Number 4 seed goes to Real Donald Trump, and he'll take on Ben Shapiro. Number 5 seed goes to Pierce Morgan. He'll be taking on Pat Dollard. The 11-6 matchup features a couple of douches, the Young Cons versus Scotty Burberry. 14 seed goes to Trutherbot. He'll take on Rape Guy Curtis Lepore. 10-7 is Perdnute versus Gry King. 15th seed goes to Real James Woods, and he'll take on the sex tourist guy, Real Matt Forney. Coach Thompson, what do you think?
Well, Chuck C. Johnson is a prohibitive favorite in this bracket, in my opinion. But what really interests me is the possibility of a stupid 16 matchup between Curtis Lepore, the rape guy, taking on Real Matt Forney, the sex tourist guy.
Okay, and here we go with the Updog region. Number 1 seed goes to Cloyd Rivers. He'll take on Stakem. 8th seed goes to Ann Coulter, and she'll take on Riker Feminist. 4 seed goes to Truth or Douche Extraordinaire, Real Alex Jones, and he'll take on Real Skip Bayless. The 5-12 matchup is a doozy, and it features Uberfax versus Men's Humor. 11 seed goes to Jefferson Obama, and he'll take on Lena Dunham. 14 seed goes to Rancid Tarzi, and he'll take on Rising Star Shock. Geraldo Rivera gets the 10 seed, and he'll take on Jenny McCarthy. And in the bottom of the bracket, Claire Keane takes on atheist Richard Dawkins. Coach Thompson, your thoughts on this bracket?
Well, in my opinion, Greg, this is the weakest bracket of the four. Two names really jump out at me, and that's 3 seed Shock, who's been throwing a fit on Twitter lately. He's got a soiled diaper, and also Cloyd Rivers at the 1 seed, very strong contender.
And our final region is the Gunfucker region. Top seed in this bracket goes to Blues Traveler. He'll take on McGrumpy Cat. 8-9 matchup is Suey Park versus Matt Walsh Blog. Number 4 seed goes to racist Anthony Cumia, and he'll play Diaper Baby Play Dangerously. Number 5 goes to Holly R. Fisher. She'll take on Paul Carr. 11 seed goes to Russell Brand, and he'll take on egg-shaped head guy Eli Lake. 14 seed goes to Troy Crossley. He'll take on John Rocker Book. 10th seed goes to Phil Greaves, and he'll take on Chuck Woolery. And the final matchup is Prisco CBS versus heavyweight gunfucker ICP Chad. Coach Thompson.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised to see Blues Traveler get this final number 1 seed, especially over ICP Chad, who is perhaps the shittiest count on Twitter, in my opinion. I think I look for ICP Chad to run away with this bracket, in my opinion.
Well, it's only 64 teams, so let's get to a few notables that were left out. First, we have Alex from Target. Then we have Kath Unwin. We have Commander Zanin. And we have at Nash Greer.
Yeah, I think the main thing here is these accounts are just too one-dimensional. Greg, Alex from Target, just some kid that works at Target. Kath Unwin is a dumb Aussie who thinks that the Boston bombings and the Sandy Hook massacre were faked. Commander Zanin's just an anonymous douche, and at Nash Greer is a Vine douche, but he's not the rape guy like Curtis Lepore.
Alright, Coach, real quick, let's get to your Fuckboy 4 predictions.
Yeah, out of the Fedora region, I've got Todd Kincannon. I think his recent activity merits him getting very far in this tournament. I have him taking out ICP Chad out of the Gunfucker region. I have Chuck Johnson out of the Guy Fawkes region. And then finally, I've got Shock, who's just on fire right now, getting out of that final region. In the finals, I have ICP Chad taking down Kincannon. I have Chuck Johnson taking down Shock, and I have ICP Chad as the worst account on Twitter.
Well, that's great analysis there, Coach. And remember, Yes, you will help us pick the biggest piece of shit on Twitter. We will upload our bracket at Shit Account Tourney shortly after this selection show. We'll also link you to a site where you can pick winners of each matchup. This process will continue until the Fuckboy 4, where winner will be determined. Thank you. Also, tweet your filled out brackets to our account and we'll run an NCAA style tourney challenge. The winner gets a non-existent Barbasol hat. Good night, everybody.